They say you're better late than never. And if you're the Atlanta Falcons, especially with the position you are in the NFC South, yes, there needed to be a change. And before we could even have our coffee this morning, Ian Rappaport informed us of those changes for the Falcons. Sources, the Falcons are looking to the future, making a quarterback switch to rookie Desmond Ridder as the starter. And I know what you're thinking. I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves, this probably should not come as too much of a shock because, I mean, don't get me wrong, Marcus Mariota, we'll get into him as what he produced and what he did for the team and all that, but, you know, I think it shouldn't come as much of a shock because of, well, yeah, I mean, it just... yeah, it was kind of crazy. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. Again, Marcus Mariota really did prove, I think, to a lot of people that I think he can be a valuable backup in this league. I do think that, you know, there's just some things that he does. He still got some of that athleticism. Does make you wonder, though, what would have happened if he would have had the right coaching and all that. But, I mean, Marcus Mariota here, who has a total of 2,219 passing yards, completing 61% of his passes, also has a 15 touchdown passes and 9 interceptions, so not horrible. We've definitely seen a lot worse, i.e. if you Vikings fans remember Christian Ponder, oh yeah, they do. Also ran for 438 yards with 5 yards a carry and had 4 rushing touchdowns this year. Drake London leading the team, and I mean, it's like, you know, one of those things where, yes, there was some good moments, there really was, but now it's time for Desmond Ridder to get in here and to do his thing, and honestly, I'm excited for it. I think we've called for it all season long, especially when you are in the position that you are still able to somehow make the playoffs. I mean, the NFC South right now is still kind of wide open. You got the Buccaneers leading the way there at 6-6. Then you got the Falcons at 5-8 who are going into their bye. So, you know, when I think this makes a lot of sense because the Falcons will go into their bye. They're going to their bye this week, and Desmond Ridder coming back will have a full week of preparation. Probably, honestly, going to start preparing before then. But so he'll have a full week of preparation for the Saints, who are 4-9 right now at the bottom of the division. And I mean, this whole division is wide open for anybody for the taking. And I think if we look back at what Desmond Ridder at Cincinnati, you know, what he did, I think there's a lot of positives you can take away from it, especially his senior year, completing 65% of his passes for 30 touchdown passes and 80 interceptions. Now, we did also get to see him in the preseason. There was some good, there was some bad, but overall, I think that he did show us a lot as well. That you know, really coming out, throwing a total of 3 touchdown passes and 2 interceptions, also finding a way to be able to run the football. And I think the biggest thing that I really liked about Desmond Ridder was early and often we saw those kind of throws in the preseason that showed he was not afraid. He was going to put the ball in tight windows. He was just going to try stuff. And honestly, like I said, we have seen a lot worse. We have seen a lot of quarterbacks that have struggled to do that, and I would much rather have a quarterback that's willing to air it out and try something, you know, rather than be complacent and not be aggressive. So I think this makes a lot of sense for the Falcons right now, especially when you consider the fact that, again, he's going to have a full week of preparation. He's going to have a full week to really get his head and really get his body into this game because, I mean, this is a big game. You're still in the playoff race. You still have 4 games kind of going out to where, you know, it's still going to make a lot of sense for them to just do this because, again, they've got a lot of opportunity here that could make a lot of sense. So, okay, so they play the Saints. We covered that kind of moving forward for his first NFL game. But after that, they go and they play the Ravens, who, I mean, they've been inconsistent at best, that we would say. So then you got the Cardinals. So honestly, I think that you could possibly, you know, find a way to be 2-2, 3-1, maybe even 4-0 if you can find a way to take care of business against the Buccaneers. So it's within the Falcons' grasp. The division is like they're second right now. All they need is one slip up from the Buccaneers, and I mean, that definitely looks possible. So, you know, I think starting Desmond Ridder right now, getting him the full week to get ready for the Saints, and then bringing him forward throughout the season and just seeing what he can do, I think it makes a lot of sense. And also, I mean, if he's not good, I mean, they could also draft a quarterback in the first round. Now, I would probably say that they might be out of the reach of guys like, you know, Stroud and all those guys, you know, and honestly, that might be the case. But at the end of the day, I think the Falcons are in a good spot here just because they're still competing. They're going to put a rookie quarterback in, and we'll see what he can do. But let us know what you guys think about the breaking news from Ian Rappaport this morning. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about Desmond Ridder, who is set to start for the Falcons against the New Orleans Saints.